Hey everyone, welcome to our Thursday live video. I've got Karen with me again today. So we're going to be starting a series today on remodeling. So right now, remodeling is kind of a hot topic. A lot of people are considering remodeling their homes. There's a variety of reasons for that. So today we're just going to kind of jump into some things to consider before starting a remodel project. So Karen and her husband, my dad, John, they've gone through several remodel projects. My dad was a contractor for 5 years. He knows the process, and Karen's been through the ringer with that multiple times on personal homes. So today she's going to be sharing actually some stories about their most recent remodel project when they moved from the Dalles coming here to Newberg and the Dundee area. So we're just going to kind of jump right in. I'm going to ask her a couple questions and she'll answer. So the first thing is, so it was a three-year project. Did you expect it to take that long?
No, I think I had no idea how. I couldn't say I knew it was going to take that long because I had no idea if it was going to be a year or 3 years. So we were both working full-time, and we would remodel on the weekends and vacation and evenings. We were really gung-ho in the beginning, and so my opinion probably was, oh, we're going to be through this so fast. But after working all day and then coming home and remodeling, we decided we were probably going to die before the house was remodeled because we were so exhausted.
And you were remodeling because you were planning on selling?
At some point we thought so, yeah. So there was a lot of things, even if we were still going to stay there, that needed to be remodeled. Yeah.
It's actually funny, that typically seems to be a thing, is so someone will remodel a house to live in it, and then as soon as they're done is actually time to sell. Yeah. So, and then you're kind of trapped there until you sell. It's kind of
we had a job change, so we got to come live over here with you guys, so that's
been
a blast.
Totally forgot about that dynamic.
Yeah, it was.
So you had to finish though before you could sell, because you had a half-destroyed home that could not be sold.
So, well, and it was just about done, but we were going back on weekends to finish the remodel. John had gotten a job here already, so that, then we were back to working weekends again.
So did you ever feel like you were in over your head?
I had a lot of trust in Dad, so maybe you'd be asking John, did you feel like you were over your head? No, because he was always saying, boy, it'd be fun to build a house from the ground up. It may be easier than remodeling, because remodeling you're tweaking all your measurements to how the house is settled, and you're opening things. You're like, oh, I didn't know that was there. But,
was there anything? Oh, actually, there's a story I wanted that you told me earlier while we were talking. When you kind of realize there's a point like, wow, like I need extra help with this when you're working on that toilet.
Oh, yeah. So a bit into the remodel, John had lifted, twisted wrong. You know, they tell you don't lift and twist. So we were helping some friends with the remodel, and he lifted and twisted about 100 pounds and got a bulging disc. So he was out of commission for a while. But I felt, I'll just keep moving forward and you can tell me what to do. So with his experience, that worked most of the time, except I didn't have the strength for some things. So I'm trying to take out an old toilet so that we can take up the floor. And so it was a minor remodel in the bathroom. This is what we were calling it, a minor remodel. And I couldn't get the toilet out. I couldn't get the valve. I couldn't unscrew.
This is just one part of the 3-year remodel.
Yeah, this is just one little part of it. Yeah. And couldn't get the toilet up. Couldn't get it, even the plumbing undone. And some friends happened to stop by and actually came to my rescue because Dad couldn't do any of the lifting. Those are the bumps in the road that you don't plan when you're starting to remodel. Is like, what if something goes south, like somebody's health or something? And
What are some things that you think you might have done differently?
I've probably been a little more patient at that time, thinking, wait a couple of weeks or a month till I hit the bathroom.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest thing was, and I was mentioning it to you earlier, was good equipment is everything. It saves us so much time and money in the long run. So we were pulling up tile in the kitchen and using lots of hand tools and things like that. Then rented this piece of equipment that just about shook your brain out. But they actually have a piece of equipment that sucks up all the dust now, and I would have bought that because I spent weeks trying to clean the house after all the grout. When you're pulling up tile, even linoleum, there's a massive amount of dust that's produced. So that would, my hindsight would be, I'd say to anybody, you may think this is a lot of money, but if you're doing it the hard way, you're probably going to put twice as much time, quadruple.
Well, I liked your comment you said earlier about the time and money thing with remodeling. Do you remember what you said?
No. What did I say?
You said remodeling is like sin. It'll take you farther than you want to go and cost you more than you want to pay.
Yeah.
And that's true. So, kind of what the point in Karen sharing some of these stories is remodeling. It's a lot. There's a lot of unforeseen things that come up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of costs that are unforeseen that come up. It takes way longer than you might expect. So thinking about some of these things, and you may already know this going into a remodel, but there's just so many little things that you don't expect. So, be prepared to have all of your time sucked away, nights and evenings and then some. Think about what that's like if you have small children. Think about making sure that you have plenty of reserves over and above what you think you're going to need for the remodel, because it's usually going to cost more than you think. And then just prepare to be patient with each other, because there's going to be phone calls. There's going to be things that come up in the middle of the process. So next week we're going to be we haven't nailed down which topic we're going to talk about. Some of the other things we're going to discuss is the cost of labor, just kind of as a discussion. Labor, materials, the price of construction in general has gone up. Should you do it yourself and take the time route, or should you pay someone else to do it and have you're going to pay more, but it's going to take less time? There's a lot of different things to consider.
And if your relationship is on the line when it comes to remodel, you may know going into remodel, there's no way we could do this ourselves. John and I weren't really sure how we'd work together. As for me, I ended up having the deepest respect for him for the level of knowledge it took to do something. And you just got to learn, don't argue over shades of beige. If it's going to be a big decision, maybe flip a coin, but pick your fights, because it's going to be definitely give and take. And was it worth it? Definitely was. Yeah. It was good for our relationship. Yeah. And now you're done and your home is sold and you've moved on to bigger and better things. So anyway, we hope this was helpful, or at least somewhat entertaining. And we will be back next week with our next remodeling topic. See you guys.